Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today's daily quest is one of our longer generic ones, cast 40 creature spells. We'll probably be holding on to this for maybe an episode or two, maybe 3, depends on how much I do kind of behind the scenes. But yeah, that also means we can do just about any deck we want, so I'm going to be doing some Selesnya Counters. Now, I've seen a few different interpretations of this deck running around online. Let me change something real quick. It is a heavy counters deck, so I don't know which of these guys is green-white aligned. So we're just gonna go with Vivian. All right, sorry, I just had to change that. The deck itself, as the name suggests, is a counters deck, but it has some very interesting interactions. But we'll get into that in a second. Your main creatures, obviously, you have Beastcaller, Skyknight Squire, Botanical Brawler. These three are kind of your big cards, is how I would say. Beastcaller gets a counter every time a creature is played. Same thing with Skyknight Squire. It also has the added benefit, if it has 3 counters on it, it becomes a flyer, which is awesome. And Botanical Brawler's whole thing is like, if a creature would gain a counter for the first time in its turn, it put a counter onto Brawler as well. So that can get kind of wild. For other creatures we have Reluctant Role Model. His whole thing is that if he survives to your second main phase, after being tapped, you can put a flying counter, lifelink counter, or a +1/+1 counter onto Role Model. And when it or any creature dies, you can move around their counters, which has, again, very interesting interaction between Role Model and Beastcaller. If Beastcaller is the one to die and say has three counters on it, you can use its ability to move those counters, and then you get to move 3 more counters with Role Model. It's like it doubles them. Very interesting. Very interesting. Other than that, we are running Enduring Innocence because pretty much all of our creatures are power 2 or less to start off with, so with this on the field, we'll always be getting draw. Get some card draw and some life gain. Or no, just card draw. Yeah, just card draw. Sanguine Evangelist creates 2 creatures, which is very nice for both Squire and Beastcaller, since it'll trigger them twice. Once for the Evangelist, once for the Bat. And what else? Llanowar Elves, it's mana. It's also a good 1-drop. Pawpatch Recruit, also a good 1-drop, but most of the time I feel like we're going to be trying to get it out for its offspring cost, because again, that is 2 more creatures. And it's another way of putting counters on things. Lastly, we got some Get Lost and Shelter by Ghosts for removal, and, removal in both instances. This also gives ward and life gain, or lifelink, which is very, very nice. And finally, Felidar's Retreat. Fantastic, puts counters on everything and gives them vigilance. Very powerful. And if we don't really need the counters, we don't really want that, we can create a white cat beast creature token every time we put in a land. So, which again, can trigger some of these guys. And the last card, we're running 1 copy of Raise the Past. I saw this in, I think a couple different decks, and it intrigued me. One of them was a counters deck that I was looking at. And, all of our creatures, except for Sanguine Evangelist and Enduring Innocence, are all mana value 2 or less. So that can be a kind of a terrifying thing, having all of our creatures come back to the battlefield. But yeah, that is kind of the bare bones of it. So let's give it a shot. I've seen a few videos of people running this deck, and it works sometimes it doesn't. But it'll be more on me to actually get it to work. So a lot of the times, if you're able to get your 2 mana out, it's better to go ahead and send out the Beastcaller. Though it's an easy kill, which is unfortunate. Pawpatch, that's nice, but let's go with... Well, I could go Llanowar Elves and Pawpatch Recruit. Let's do that. I was hoping to pull something else there, but let's go ahead and do that. And I'll send out another elf. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to show off any of the counters yet. Like, so far, this has just been a... Oh, that's interesting. So, I'm guessing a form of domain? Is that what they're playing? So they got green, black, red, and then every color. I'm expecting something really big. Restless Cottage. Nothing? Alright, let's see. I have to pull white there, so... Let's go with the Evangelist. I'm guessing they have to have something, but there's not a whole lot I can do here. That is deeply surprising. Come on, where's your big creature? This is a ramp deck, is it not? There it is. I saw the Valkavoth go into the grave, which they can now play to the field. Tear of the Peaks, 9 damage to me. You should really just do 9 damage to me, but okay. Sure. And then 2 damage to... Yeah, and because it didn't die, exiled because of Valkavoth. I mean, this is game. Once they finish their turn, I'm going to wrap things up. Kind of a cool combo, though. If they're not careful, though, they'll die. Alright, well that's pretty much, like I said, that's pretty much it, so. Go ahead and do that, play the card, and then concede. There's nothing I can do against that horde. And with the Valkavoth, that would also keep me from pulling anything from the graveyard, because while it's on the field and things die, they're exiled. So definitely not the greatest start to things. Against it. That was a kind of a weird, I guess it was a maybe multicolor surprise deck, I don't know. Very strange. Anyway, let's see if we can do better with this one. It's not bad. We can start off with Llanowar Elf and almost assume it's going to die. We do have a Shelter by Ghost, which is nice. I don't know how well that's going to work in here, but we'll see. Though if my opponent just doesn't, there we go. As I say, if they don't decide whether or not they're going to mulligan their hand, we might just win this by default. Yep, like I said. Oh, okay. No early burn, no lay down arms. Life gain. Gotcha. Let's go ahead and send out another elf. Forge, okay. which gets in their life gain. There's no reason, I mean, yeah, there's no reason to block, to attack. But I'm not going to suffer the... Okay. Non-land permanent opponent controls. We'll go ahead and do this first. They can still take this out, which they're about to do, right? Yeah, there's the get lost. See, now I have really no reason to play, to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and play a Pawpatch, just for the single cost. Yeah, just for the single cost, because I didn't benefit from sending out two. Not really. Second Forge, nice. I would have really preferred... Oh, I can't do that. Sorry, it doesn't work on artifacts. So we'll send you in instead. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take all the extra land. Because that's kind of what messed us up in the last match, was the lack of land. Instead of board sweep. Oh no, Anna. Alright. Let's go ahead and give him a counter. Another forge, nice. I mean, that's it, right? Yeah, so I had lethal going into that next turn, so ultimately not terrible. Again, we didn't really get to see the counters aspect of the deck in that match, but I did get to confirm that Sheltered by Ghosts really did help, because having both of those there to kind of mess with their Herb Forge probably was what ultimately saved us that match. So not too bad. I'm not too upset by that. But I do think that's where I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. The deck itself, I'm going to have to do probably a little bit more testing with it to see if it's worth keeping around. But ultimately, not too bad. My main reasoning is because I kind of have a predominantly white-green deck already with the elves, but yeah, it's something to think about. Like I said, I'll think about it. Either way, we did rank up there, so we have 2 packs to open. Let's check those out. Thunder Junction is first. We've got a Mythic. Anything good? Oh, we got our free rare. Awesome. Alright, what's the Mythic? Assimilation. Aegis. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And Foundations. All right. Nothing too interesting here. Hair Aspirant. It's something I'm curious about trying at some point, but not right now. All right. What is our rare? Flamehawk Phoenix. Okay. Or Flamewake Phoenix. That's fine. Actually, I didn't notice Brineborn. Flash, during your opponent's turn, get a +1/+1 count on this creature, which is kind of an interesting card to throw into a mono blue. Yeah, mono blue deck, because it has Flash, so you can play it at the end of your opponent's turn, leaving you mana to like counter their stuff. So this might be interesting to throw in, and you know it gets counters anytime you cast a spell on your opponent's turn. So that's pretty awesome. Something to think about, and it's only an uncommon, so that's not bad. But anyway, that is going to do it for me. So, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, do not forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.